All right, so we're going to get started. This is a class called Advanced Ideas for Real Estate Websites. And what was great is as I was building the class, it really felt great for me because I've been teaching real estate agents about technology and marketing for more than half a decade now. And I was always afraid to do anything advanced. I always did things that were basic, things like web design 101 or Facebook 101 or email 101. And today, what I'm excited about is that the industry has certainly, our audience is turning a corner. And so I'm going to go through today everything that we've learned in the last year as we've researched real estate websites and give you guys a ton of actionable takeaways. We're also today launching our new site kind of in conjunction with the webinar to share what we learned and help you with it. But the one thing I wanted to point out is that if you'll take your website seriously, meaning the design, the traffic, and the conversion, you can have a game changer overnight. Like this is an example of the site that I'm going to show you guys. Before we made the changes we're going to talk about today, the website had 2,369 page views, and that was in February. After the changes we made, almost 33,000 page views in March. And then if you look at the returning visitors, because I'm going to talk today a lot about hooks, how do you get somebody that's a lead to keep hooking back to your website? We actually had almost 2,700 people come back into the website through a hook. So I'm going to explain exactly the changes that we made and why and how they had such a huge impact on our bottom line. Also, as far as questions and Q&A, I'm definitely going to do that at the end. I'm on the left there. My name's Chris Smith. I'm the co-founder. On the right is Jimmy Mackin, and he's going to man the chat today. He's also on Twitter. If you use the hashtag watercooler, which is typically our weekly web show, we're doing this instead this week. But we're going to go through this. And the reason I bring that picture up is Jimmy and I have kind of done the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours to become an expert on a topic. We just spent the last 12 months looking at so many real estate websites. It made our eyes bleed. And what we learned is what we're going to share today. We're going to cover 4 things that are going to grow your business. One is advanced design ideas. I want you guys right now to have your website up while you watch this. If you're watching on your computer, have your website up as you watch this because we're going to play along at home. I'm also going to cover generating free and paid traffic strategies. I'm going to cover maximizing conversions and returns. And then I'm going to show you our new platform, which is really focused on sellers and not buyers. And I'll share with you why we did that. So the state of the website union is where I'm going to start. As we looked at thousands and thousands of websites, everything from $2,000 a month custom sites to $30,000 custom sites to $99 themes, to free websites or $10 sites. We looked at them all. And what we found was what we started referring to internally as better sameness. If you look at Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, KW.com, C21.com, Remax.com, if you look at any of the best website providers in our industry, companies that are great like Boomtown and Commissions Inc. and all these great companies that over the last 5 years, what we believe they've done is they've cracked the buyer code. But I don't know about you. We work with listing agents at Curaytor. We work with people that want to get more sellers working with them. We're not buyer obsessed. And so when we looked at what was out there, what we challenged ourselves to do is to think differently. Obviously, home search matters. If it didn't, these billion-dollar companies wouldn't spend so much time on it. But are you a buyer's agent or are you a listing agent? And if 95% of your website is meant for buyers, what you focus on is what you'll find. So that's a big one of our takeaways was that a lot of the sites are super saturated. The other thing we found was that if you want to get traffic to your site, even if it is nice, and you're wanting to use Google AdWords, good luck because it is saturated. There are tons of ads from tons of companies, plus the big companies, plus the local brokerages, plus the portals, and it is expensive and it is crowded. And by the way, it's also pretty complicated for the average agent out there to be doing Google AdWords. How about forced registration? Forced registration is something that certainly is part of the state of the real estate union. when it comes to websites. You can look at a couple homes, but then we're going to lock you out unless you give us your info. And what that leads to, guys, is that leads to buyers' leads from other agents' listings. Why don't you get buyer leads from your own listings first and foremost, which is what I'll cover today. And then SEO, good luck. Once again, if your goal to get your new website and get a bunch of traffic and leads is to outrank Zillow and Trulia and Craigslist, all I have to say, my friends, is good luck with that, because those companies are all smarter than us. The last thing I'll talk about before we get into takeaway number one is kind of the state of how people get people to come back to their website. So I know you guys all know what a listing alert is, but that's my inbox right now. And if you are sending daily listing alerts to buyers that are not serious, we believe you're extinguishing more interest than you're creating. We believe there's a better way to keep people engaged with your website than simply dripping them the same thing with different listings each and every day. And then the last thing I wanted to cover before takeaway number one is what the biggest conversation in the industry is about, which is Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com, and are they worth it? And because we have so many people listening live, I actually set up a poll. So I'm going to have you guys interact with this. And it's a very simple question. Do you get a return on investment from your ZRT spend? And I'm going to share the results with you guys in a second. I want to see the answers. We have hundreds of people answering. So this is a pretty relevant sample size. This isn't like 10 or 15 people in a Facebook group that are just complaining. I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds to vote, and then I'm going to close the poll. There's only 40% that have voted. Come on, guys, vote really quick. Yes or no? It's a pretty simple question. Are you getting a return on investment? Use the poll tool that's on the screen from your Zillow, Realtor.com, and Trulia spending. And I'm going to close the poll in 3, 2, 1, now. So here's the results, guys. That was in real time. Today is April 23rd at 1:10 Eastern, 2015. And 71% of you just said that you are not getting a return on investment from Zillow, Realtor.com, or Trulia. I thought that was worth sharing because people talk about it so much. So as far as what you can do, the first thing you can do is you can think outside of the IDX box. And I'm going to cover 4 pages that are not on your website right now that you are going to want to add to your website immediately, because they are differentiators, they are listing focused, and they are right now either not there at all or terrible. The first page we're going to talk about is your about page. When people go to a website and they click on a listing and then they go to the home page and then they go to the about page, they are looking for something quality. And what I found, I want you guys to do this right now. Go to your website right now and pull up your about page right now and look at it. And what I want you to ask yourself, if this was the only page that people found, would they hire me? That's your question. If the only page people found on your website was your about page, would they ever hire you? So let me show you guys what we've built, just so I want you to kind of get a feel for what we believe is an amazing experience when it comes to a real estate website about page. And then I'm going to give you guys some DIY options as well. So one of our great customers is the Joe Taylor Group. They're in Las Vegas. Another one of our great customers is Judy Weiniger. She's actually out of New Jersey. And I'm going to pull up both of their about pages. And then again, I'm going to actually give you another example of how to do what you're going to see in kind of a DIY fashion. But the first thing I want to point out here while it loads, we have a lot of people on the webinar slowing down my bandwidth. The first thing I want to share, let me, hold on one second, guys. I do not want to end the webinar. All right. So the first thing I wanted to share when it comes to the about page is I wanted to talk a little bit about statistics and how important they are. I'm pulling this up now for you guys so you can see it in real time. But the idea is that people on the internet have what we call a microwave mentality. And so if you want to capture someone's attention, most about pages have a paragraph like this, but we didn't see very many about pages that had kind of this simple approach to data. 2,100 homes sold, 15 years in business, 27,000 average listing views. If you go to Judy's and we kind of look at the same page, it's the same idea, guys. She's showcasing her high level performance throughout her career. $843,000 average sales price, $182 million worth of real estate sold. She's actually the number 63 agent in the United States. So when you look at these about pages and you look at your about page, there's probably a big, big difference. So if you kind of cashed it in or kind of winged it or kind of didn't really take your about page serious, what a great time to go back and clean that up. And here's what I want to recommend. What I'm going to recommend is for those of you that don't have any skills for web design, you can actually create a great about page without using your existing website. And then from your website, if somebody clicks on the about page, you can link to one of these standalone about pages. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips really quickly with do-it-yourself, free or inexpensive, beautiful about pages. The first one is about.me. And what I love what they're doing at about.me is I love what's called backstory. Backstory allows you to take a beautiful about page, add things like video or audio or links, but then it also allows you to put your resume. It allows you to put the areas that you've lived. So go to about.me, check out backstory, and you can have a better about page today for free. Another great option is called storyapp.me. This is a company that our buddy Jeff Lobb is a part of, and you can see it's very simple. This is meant to be beautiful, elegant, customizable. But again, if you look at your about page and then you look at these about pages, who wins? Just saying. Another great option if you want to go a little deeper, okay? So let's say you actually want to go a little bit deeper and you actually want to have something as an example like Charlie Yip has, which is a personal brand website. So you can create an entire website about you using Squarespace. And it's simple and it's beautiful and it's easy. So I want to ask really quickly, I'm going to ask you guys in the chat on GoToWebinar, and I'll share the answers as well to this question. Help me out, you guys. Here's what I need you to show me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank your current about page? That's what I want you guys to answer, and I'll read the answers to the audience. Jeff Anderson, 2. Susan, 4. 1. 4. 1. 2. One person has a 10. Mark Lee, 5. 2. 0. 3.5. We have an 8. So guys, of every single one of these that I'm looking at, I'm telling you, there's 2 people that have given themselves over a 5. And 99% of the people are 3 or lower. So that is a differentiator. The about page is critical. It's where people decide if they want to reach through the screen and hire you. So I'm glad that you guys got a great takeaway there. And do me a favor, if you're watching right now, guys, please do me a huge favor. Go to curaytor.com/websites and share the link right now. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. Let all your real estate agent friends know you're watching a killer live webinar right now. The second page, I promised 4 pages. The second page is actually going to be a page that we think is critical, which we call the experience page. And again, if you go to your website right now, guys, I'm not talking hypothetically today at all. Go to your website. Can I see the experience that you bring to the table? Do you have a way, even in an ugly way? Of course, we obsess about design at Curaytor, but do you have, even in an ugly way, the ability to show the homes that you've sold, to at least visually display the experience that people are looking for? And we didn't see this anywhere. We didn't see anybody displaying their experience in a beautiful, interactive way. So we've built what's called an experience map. And again, I'm kind of showing you our new platform as we go. We're only going to sell this to a handful of people today. So we're not looking to sell this to everyone. We wanted to give you some inspiration and then give you some DIY, because this is a huge takeaway. You can create your own version of this right now without our help. Google has something called My Maps. You actually go to google.com/My Maps. Okay. And what happens is that when you go to google.com/My Maps, you can upload a file with addresses, and then it will let you create a custom map with all of the pins. You can make the pins a certain color. You can define kind of how big the map is. But this is definitely a nice DIY hack if you're looking to showcase your solds on a map. And I wanted to ask really quick, again, I like my webinars to be super interactive. Really quickly, you guys, how many of just say yes if you never knew about that feature until right now? If you didn't know you could do that until right now, say yes in the comments. Thank you. There's a million yeses. I know the people on the on watching on Google and YouTube and on our website can see the answers, which is cool. Everybody's saying yes. So this is new to everybody on the call, except for Will. Good job, Will. Will knew about it. So back to this idea at a simple level, it's a visual way to display your data. There's also an even more advanced company. We actually work with this company, and they work with a lot of the biggest companies in real estate. This is called Mapbox.com. So if you actually did want to do a ton of customization to your map, you can do that using Mapbox, but that's a little bit of a pro tool. Everybody can probably pull off the Google version, but I wanted to give you guys a couple advanced solutions today as well. The next page, I've covered two. I'm going to cover two more pages that we believe everybody should have on their website, and most people don't. The next one is a testimonials page. So if you're getting reviews on Zillow, reviews on Yelp, reviews on Facebook, reviews on LinkedIn, typically that's a very fractured experience. You may have a handful on 10 different sites. And what we found when we were, again, spent thousands of hours on real estate websites in the last year, we found that very few people actually have nailed this concept of curating, pun intended, all of your reviews from around the internet and putting them in one place on your site. So you can see with Judy's reviews there, they're beautiful. They're from Zillow. Consumers recognize that brand. We've got the 5 stars. Let me show it to you guys in real time, because I do think that this is such an important page. It's so important that people can read your testimonials. The best leads are the leads that read your reviews first. Of course, unless your reviews are terrible. But take a look at this page, guys, and how we designed it on our new platform. And one of the things that Jimmy and our development team did that was brilliant, people don't really read the whole review. Even though that's great, and some people might, headlines are in, right? So if you were to just skim this as an agent, or excuse me, as a consumer, her knowledge of Warren is exceptional. She went above and beyond. She was a pleasure to work with. She's very knowledgeable. I'm already convinced to hire Judy right now. The other best practice is when you do a testimonials page on your site, you do want to link back to the original source of the review. You definitely don't want to, let them think that you may have added this, in a fake way. A lot of people don't trust real estate agents, as a lot of you guys know. So we also link back to the source of the review. So a little takeaway there. And then the other thing is, your reviews can come from all over. And if you'll design a little interface like we have, it's actually great because you can see the Joe Taylor group. Some are from Facebook, some are from Zillow. If I keep scrolling, you would see some from Trulia and Google+. So I wanted to, again, poll the audience. I know you guys like the interaction. Do you currently have on your website all your reviews from all the sources? I'm just interested. Not a review or two, not your Zillow reviews. Do you have all your reviews from all over the web on your website? Man, this is why you guys love us, right? So there's another huge action item. Unbelievable. Most people are saying no. Again, I know you guys can't see everybody's answers, but it's like 98% no. So another aha moment for us, when we did all this research was, wow, these testimonial pages are just terrible if they even exist. The fourth page, I promise I will cover 4 pages, and then we're going to get into traffic. We're going to get into conversion, and we're going to get into hooks. The other kind of part of this, guys, is if you don't have the ability for a seller to request a CMA in a simple way, you're really missing out. This is one of the things that made me so mad when we looked at everybody's website while we did the research. Go to your website, guys, and click on your seller tab, or click on your tab that says sell, or click on your tab that says like home values, one of those. And when you go to that page, I will guarantee my life it is ugly. You have one of the most important pages, your home value page, your CMA request page, your seller lead page. That is one of the most important pages on your site, if it even exists. And I will bet my life it's ugly. And that's not okay, guys. You need to capture seller leads. So this is the design that we've used, but the idea is that simplicity is what wins. You don't want to ask people a million questions. In fact, what you're seeing on the screen is something that we use that's a two-step registration process. So step one, they put in their email, and you can see we don't ask for anything other than that. But once we've captured their address, we then give them the second step, which is to capture their info. We get about 90% of people giving us their address. As a real estate agent, I don't think I need to tell you what you can do with a physical address. Door knock, direct mail, handwritten notes, CMAs, drop them off on the door, right? Hustlers know what to do with an address of a seller lead. But if they do complete the registration, that's great. We get email, phone, and time frame for selling. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this is another interactive poll. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your current seller page on your website? 1, 0, 2, 4, 8, 5, 1, 6, 4, 0, 5, 5, 1, 1. Whoa, -1. 1. There's an 8, a -2. Good Lord. 1, 1. A couple 10s. Matt Titus, good for you, man. So if you think about that for a second, guys, again, a huge opportunity to improve. You're telling me that your seller page of your website is terrible. You're telling me your about page is terrible. You're telling me that you don't have solds on your website, and you're telling me that you don't have testimonials. Guys, wake up. The next thing I want to talk about is mobile, because this was a big deal that Google just did. Google, on April 21st, 2 days ago, they did what people are calling Mobilegeddon. And what that means is that if your website is no longer optimized for mobile, it is not in the mobile search engines. It's gone. So here's what you need to do to take a look at that. Of course, our platform is 100% mobile ready. Every page that you just saw, the home page, the listing details pages, the map pages, the about page, you have to make sure every single page is mobile ready. In fact, of the 36,000 page views we got, more came on mobile. That's insane, you guys. So how do you make sure that your website is ready for what they're, again, calling Mobilegeddon? Google allows you to run your website through a test right now. And if you don't do this and you don't fix this, again, you're going to lose half your traffic. So it's a huge deal. But I have the URL at the bottom, google.com/webmasters/tools/mobile-friendly. Terrible URL, but that's Google's URL. And what you can see is you can enter your URL. So we put in Judy's site, weiningerhomes.com, and it says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. It even shows you how Google sees the site on a mobile device. So I don't know that you guys can answer this in real time, but I would be interested, without running the test, is your current website mobile responsive? Meaning, no matter what site somebody looks at it on, it looks exactly the same, just on a smaller screen. Some people, lots of people have that done. Okay, great. Now, let me ask a different question. How many of you have checked to see if your website passed this test? Yes or no? Have you checked to see if it passed? So there's a lot of no's there. A lot of people are checking it. Okay, cool. A lot of yes and no's there, doing it now. So this is a big one, you guys. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but it's just happened and it's so critical that I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So part 2 of the class, and just really quickly, if you guys are on Twitter, my Twitter handle is @Chris_SMTH. And again, we use the hashtag water cooler. Please tweet me right now and let me know if you're enjoying the class. I would love to know what you guys think about part 1, because based on your interaction here, I think that I just had a few aha moments for you guys. Part 2 is going to be about generating traffic. And what I'm going to cover are just 2 simple ways, actually 3, to generate traffic. The first one is free, and the second one is paid. And I'm actually only covering 3, 1 free, 2 paid. And the reason for that is because you don't need more than that. And I know that sounds like a big statement, big, bold statement. But if I only had 1 chance to get free traffic and 1 chance to get paid traffic, these are the things I would use. The first one is email marketing. You guys are killing yourselves with your terrible emails. You send these ridiculously ugly templated newsletters that people delete before they open or when they open. And if you will start sending great emails, you will start driving tons of traffic to your website. Remember, all the companies that you guys admire in the real estate website space, all they're doing is sending emails with links in them that look normal. And you guys are sending emails with newsletters that look ugly. So this, what's on the screen, this is something that comes out of our platform at Curaytor. It's a template that we've built with Judy. But this is what people are looking for. Happy Friday. I wanted to give you a quick update on what happened in the market. 188 new listings, 89 price changes. That's it, guys. Simple, short, concise. Here's another great one from one of our best email marketing customers, Sean Reddy. Happy Monday, or as happy as a Monday can be. Think about that, guys. That's kind of a big deal, right? You're actually referencing what day it is versus, hey, here's another drip that's the same. So your email list is actually the best place to generate traffic, okay? Your email list. So you send an email, you put a link, you get traffic. That's basically how it works, you guys. Definitely how it works. So I'm going to go to the next screen, which is going to be a pro tip. Again, this is an advanced class because I'm going to ask really quickly, and I'm not going to poll you guys, but think to yourself, can you go to your Google Analytics right now and see how much traffic you're getting when you send an email? That's a big one, guys. This is advanced, right? I wanted to give you guys some advanced ideas. Are you able right now? I do want you guys to answer this. Are you able right now to go to Google Analytics and show me all of your traffic that came in through email marketing campaigns? Boom. All no's. You guys are making my day. This is why I wake up, you guys, to help people. So listen, here's the deal. If you want to start tracking website visits from your email, you can even track it from the individual campaign. What you're going to find is that visitors from email are some of the best visitors. They look at the most pages. They spend the most time because you've already captured them. You don't have to try to capture them again with your little forced registration tricks. So check this out. Here is how you track website visits from an email. And again, if you guys are enjoying the class, that's all I'm asking is to share the link. Share the link, curaytor.com/websites. Let people know that you're on a great class. Here's how you do it. There's actually what's called a URL builder. So before you go to send your email and you want to grab a link that you want to be able to see in Google Analytics how it does, you go to this little URL. I just put on the screen. It's actually another bad URL, but it's goo.goal/WODTW. That will pull up the URL builder, or you can just search Google URL builder. And what they ask you for is the source, the medium, the term, the content type, or the name. So you're going to say the source is the March 15th email blast. The medium is email. The term, that basically means where they clicked. You would just put link number 1. The content, is it HTML or plain text? We recommend plain text. And then the name, you can call it, Judy's newsletter. So you can actually track how many people come to your website through your drip email lead campaigns and through your blast marketing campaigns by using this strategy. I hope you guys really like that one, because that was one that I definitely think is a pro tip. I love doing it. I do it all the time. So the next one I want to talk about is traffic that's paid. What I'm going to consider the best source of paid traffic. And the beautiful thing about this, guys, is that the best source of paid traffic is your listings. Think about that. Your listings, I'm telling you guys this right now, that your listings combined with a Facebook ad that's inexpensive is the best source of paid traffic for you. Here's one example from one of our customers, just to give you some of the data. This ad had a reach of 35,000 people, okay? It had 440 likes, comments, and shares. But look at the little box there, guys. Link clicks. That's traffic, right? Those are paid link clicks. 1,330. Now, you have to remember, our website might get 4, 5, 6 page views per visitor. So if 1,000 people click a link, it's 5,000 page views with one ad. Think about that. Now, I've heard a lot of gurus say that you shouldn't promote your listings on Facebook. And I just wanted you to see, again, the real data. The people that decide what they want to see on Facebook are the people that use Facebook, not marketers. If people don't like your ads, if people don't click your ads, they won't see them anymore. And if you look at the bottom, it says negative feedback. 6 people hid the post out of 35,360. So think about that, guys. The best source of paid traffic is simply showcasing your listing and driving traffic through your business page. The other thing I wanted to share, and I didn't want to make sure I missed this, is the other best source of paid traffic for a real estate website is called retargeting, okay? And the reason this works so well is because these are ads that are only going to be seen by the people that have already come to your website. So I wanted to show you, like, in a simple way on the screen here, how retargeting works. Your potential visitor comes, they get tracked with a cookie, and then they begin seeing your ads all over the web. The best retargeting ads that we've found are Facebook Newsfeed retargeting, okay? Facebook Newsfeed retargeting. So what that means is somebody visits your website, and then when they log into Facebook the next time, they see your ad. Now, there's actually some technology that makes this fairly simple. And the one that we're in love with, that we have an integration with, is called DriftRock, okay? And what DriftRock allows you to do is, it isn't just like a Facebook ad that's targeting anybody and everybody. It actually targets your database of customers. So every time a Zillow lead comes in and goes into your database at Curaytor, every time a Trulia lead, every time a Facebook lead, because we have all of our leads going into one CRM, we can then sync that CRM to a custom audience on Facebook. So if you want to stay in front of your leads, your past clients, and your sphere in a relevant way, you might want to look at something like DriftRock or AdRoll, where you can actually upload your leads you already have and then use them as your target group. Game changer, guys. I won't ask if you've heard of it. But the idea is, this is what it looks like at the end of the day. Somebody clicks on an ad for buying, right? So Joe Taylor Group runs an ad for a listing. Someone clicks it, but they don't convert. As soon as they log back into Facebook, they see this new ad, buying a home soon. Now, how do we ask that question? Buying a home soon. Well, we're asking it because we know they clicked on a listing ad, and we're looking for seller leads. We like seller leads, not buyer leads. We'll take the buyer leads, but we like sellers. So we're actually targeting sellers that are buying. We know 30% of buyers need to sell their home. So if you're a buyer and you click on our listing, we retarget you with a seller ad because we think seller leads are that valuable. So a little bit there on how to get free and paid traffic to your website. Just let me know really quickly before I get into lead conversion. Did you guys enjoy that session? Are you guys picking up some ideas today that you think are going to help your website game? You know, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to go for a full hour today. I'm at 38 minutes now. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pitch for what we've built in the last 5 minutes. So 55 minutes, just trying to help you guys out. I will say one other thing. There won't be like a really big pitch at the end for Curaytor. I'm just trying to share this with you guys as we go. So thank you guys. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks to everyone that just said that they're enjoying the webinar. Feedback is really what drives me. I love the engagement. All right. So the next section is lead conversion and hooks. And once you start getting traffic, right, we've established ways to design a site that look great. We've established ways to get free and paid traffic and to track where it's coming from. And now what we want to do is convert that traffic into leads and keep them coming back until they buy. So the way that we've recommended doing that and what we found is that you're using the wrong website when you drive traffic. So there's a thing called a landing page, okay? The best way to convert paid traffic is a landing page. A lot of you guys actually saw this, you know, as you signed up for this webinar. So you're already, a lot of you, on our email marketing list, right? And you got an email from me and it said, hey, would you like to sign up for a webinar? Well, I already have you on my email list. What I'm trying to do is I wanted to re-engage you. And so instead of sending you to my website where there's a lot of things, I just sent you to a landing page. See this, guys? This is what you guys all signed up through. You guys should all recognize this page. And what a landing page does that works so great is it only has one thing you can do. So as an example, let me share with you guys how well these pages do. I'll actually share with you the one that I just used for this webinar. Now, I'm not a great example only because I have a huge following and I hustle so hard to help people. My metrics are a little better than normal. But to give you an idea for how a landing page can change your business and help you get more leads, look at some of this data, guys. This landing page that you just looked at, it got a 65% conversion rate and it got 1,125 leads. And if you look at the other ones we've run in the past, 56% conversion, 22%, 55%, 77%. I got 80% conversion one time. And the reason I bring that up is there's a reason why. It's because we don't drive our paid traffic to our website. We drive our paid traffic to capture pages because we have a business to run and we need leads to call. And that's the mindset that we take. So what you're seeing on the screen at Curaytor, our platform has landing pages built in to the website. It also has landing pages built into the listing pages and landing pages built into the blog. It's really cool what we've done. I actually wanted to showcase this because this is one of the things that I'm personally the most proud of. So let's say as an example, I'm going to pull up one of Joe Taylor Group's listings. And let's say that you wanted to use this listing in a Facebook ad, right? And you wanted to capture a lead. So I'm going to pull up a listing. This one looks pretty nice. What do you guys think? You know, it makes me sick, and I don't want to get in trouble here, but it really makes me sick to my stomach that the MLS would watermark such a beautiful photo. That really does make me mad. But think about this, guys. You have your listing details page, and you want to drive traffic to it, and you want to collect the lead. Well, normally your listing details pages are what we call unlocked, right? So what these landing pages do is they allow you to put your listing detail page behind a landing page, okay? And what happens, and here's how our technology works because we're just really proud of it. If you want to turn any page on our platform into a landing page, all you have to do is type /email in the URL, and that just became a custom capture page. I'm pausing for effect there. So landing pages are critical. What we just try to do with our platform is give our customers the ability to create unlimited custom landing pages in less than 1 second. That was our goal, and we think we did a pretty good job of it. Now, the other thing that's really cool that you can do to get leads is your blog. A lot of people don't think of their blog as a way to get leads. But you can definitely get leads from your blog. Again, you just need a landing page. You need some type of registration form before the person gets to the article. So let me show you guys how that works on our platform. Hopefully you can kind of mimic it or recreate it with your site. When I pull up an article on Judy's site, let's say hypothetically, a customer, and we know this is true because we get leads like this for our clients all day long, but Judy put the time in to gathering all the price reductions from her area. Now, one of the cool things we built with our site is if you see these little cards, all Judy had to do to add those was put in an MLS ID number. So we're really proud of that. But it's really hard to find price reductions. It's really hard to find open houses. And so what Judy does is she writes that up on her blog. And then again, because our technology is so simple, she just puts in /email. And now that has become a landing page that captures leads. I really just want to know, do you guys love that feature? You don't have to sign up. Listen, most of you won't. But just let me know, do you love the feature we built there where you can turn any listing and any blog post into a lead capture page in 1 second? Thank you, guys. I'm glad you guys love that. This was something we spent so much time on, guys. I'm a professional marketer, and here's what I have to do right now to do exactly the same thing. And I'm going to give you guys some DIY tips too. I have to go to WordPress, which is not simple at all, and I have to write an article or publish a post. Then I have to go to Unbounce or Lead Pages to create the landing page. Then I have to tie them together. Well, we thought, wow, what if we could just absolutely do a game changer? And if you put /email, capture an email. Now check this out. Let's say you write a really juicy article and you want to gather more information. Well, with our system, you put in /full, and now you have a landing page with more information like phone number, email, etc. So every page on our site can become a light registration form, a full registration form, or you can just share the link unlocked. And we think that's a game changer. We're very, very proud of the work that we've done, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. All right. Yeah, I love what Wendy said. Anything I can do in 1 second, I'm a fan of. Now, I will say this. I showed you guys lead pages. For those of you that are going to do it yourself, lead pages is a great option. And it takes 4 clicks to publish a landing page on Facebook using lead pages. It is actually very easy to use. If you're looking for more of a pro tool, Unbounce is amazing. It allows unlimited customization to your landing pages. So think of lead pages has training wheels, and Unbounce is really, really robust and heavy, but it's awesome. The next thing I want to talk about are these hooks. So now that you're capturing leads through these capture pages, how do you get them coming back? And I actually want to just recommend a book that I know you guys have never heard of called Hooked. It's a great book. The co-author is the founder of Product Hunt, which is one of our favorite companies. At the top, the quote there from Eric Ries of the Lean Startup. But the idea is, how can you make your website habit forming? What are the psychological triggers that bring people back to a website or an app or a software program? And what they found is it's actually very simple. You just have to send people stuff to remind them. This is an example I showed earlier. If you get a lead through a landing page, you then would want to send them a weekly market update with new listings. That's a hook, right? Now, you can automate your hooks, right? You can automate the drips, and you could just drip people all day, or you can handwrite your hooks. We recommend handwriting them. Once a week, blast an email. Now, here's the great thing. If you're working with buyers, Friday is a great day to send that email because that's when they're ready. But another hook is what I showed you already, retargeting, right? So email is a hook. Retargeting is a hook. How about running more Facebook ads, right? If you run more Facebook ads, that's another hook. If you use Drift Rock and you retarget your custom audience, that's another hook. So what I want you guys to think about is you're kind of taking all these notes from today and making it happen for yourself. I want you to think about, what are the hooks I have right now? And could they be better, right? When I get somebody coming back, how do I do that? And what's great is for all of your email hooks, If you used what I showed you earlier, now you'll start to see if they work. You can track every drip email that you ever send to a buyer and if it's coming into your system, which is great. Here's the last thing I want to cover, you guys, for the last 10 minutes, and then I'm going to do as much Q&A as you guys want. I'm going to stay around and do Q&A till there's no questions left. I know Jimmy is helping in the chat, but if you want your questions answered, stick around. The last thing that we feel like, as far as kind of this overall state of the real estate union, is that effectiveness for real estate agents is directly proportionate to simplicity. And what I mean by that is that the less complex the software, the more effective it seems to be. So think to yourself, have you ever invested in any kind of database or website and it looked great at the trade show and it looked great when the guy sold it to you on the call, but you logged in and it was very complicated? And we believe that that complicated nature of the software in this industry is actually stagnating progress for everybody, which is really sad. We think tools should be simple and effective. That's it. And so when you look at WordPress or whatever the back end of your site is today, and when you look at the landing page technologies and all the CRM technologies, a lot of time it's just not simple. And the other thing that you typically don't have is you don't have a lot of control. You kind of have to work within the theme that they gave you. And a lot of times you want to make a simple change and you have to call support. I know you guys feel my pain here. So the last thing I want to share with you is the back end of our new Curaytor sites. And then I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to sign up and become a customer today. This is the first day that we have ever shared this website with the public. And we are going to make an offer and a big discount for anyone that signs up today. We work in an exclusive by market basis with no more than 2 people in any advertising area. And I'm about to give all the information away if you are interested in hiring Curaytor. But here's what I'd be looking for, you guys, if I was signing up for a website anytime soon. You want to make sure that the back end is simple. Excuse me. I know we're talking a lot about advanced stuff, but I did want to showcase the back end. Like, I bet most of the demos you guys do with vendors, they don't even want to show you the back end because it is that ugly. You know, we say we have a J-Lo problem in the industry, right? Like, the back end is awful with some of these websites. And so as one example, just to share with you guys some of our engineering, this is the back end of our website. Like, if Judy wanted to change that video or change her cover photo, or if she wanted to like change the headline or the sub headline, we just think that those things should be simple and easy. So instead of looking at a complicated back end like WordPress, this is the back end of Curaytor. It's simple, it's clean, it's easy to navigate. If Judy wanted her call to action to say search for homes, she could change that in 1 second. If she wanted the button to go to /search on her site instead of /about, she could do that in 1 second. So we wanted to give our clients control and simplicity. Here's another great example of that simplicity. For those of you that have ever tried to write a blog post, because remember I showed you guys earlier how easy it is to create a landing page. Well, this is the back end of our site when you publish a post. That's the whole thing. It's simple. You can't mess it up. And then when you go to do your landing page, all you do is you put a landing page title and a featured image. So you're creating a blog post and a landing page all from one screen. We wanted to make that simple. We also link over to a website where you can find easy landing pages in a simple fashion. And then what I showed you guys earlier is that every piece of content, when you want to promote it, again, there's control, there's freedom, there's simplicity. If you want a full registration form or an email only or none, we produce that for you in 1 second. So we're really proud of the back end of the site. I feel you guys' pain because I use WordPress, I use Unbounce, I use Lead Pages, and we're just really excited about how easy this is to use. So really quickly in the chat, what do you guys think of the back end? What do you guys think of what we've done? Because we try to make things realtor proof. Like, that's our goal, is that you can't mess this up. And I haven't seen the back end of everybody else's site, but I sure have seen the back end of ours a lot, and it looks like you guys love it. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad that you love it. So here's how it works. We definitely want to bring on some new clients today. I talked to you about, I'm going to do Q&A in a second, but before I give you the phone number to call to sign up, if you do want to sign up for a Curaytor website, I'm going to go through the pricing, the next steps, how to secure your zip code. I'm going to go through all of that in 1 second. But before I do that, one of the things that's really important to us at Curaytor is that our customers understand that we're different, that we're not trying to be like everybody else that's out there. So we're a digital marketing company. We're not a software company. We do Facebook ads. We don't do Google AdWords, and we don't care about ZRT. We generate seller leads. We don't focus on buyer leads. When we do buyer leads, we get them from your listings, not other agents' listings. We do handcrafted email marketing, not drip campaigns. We do past client follow-up without fail. We don't let our clients lose touch. And the most important part of this is that 100% of our system is set up and integrated for you. You no longer have to do it all yourself. And this is important to us, guys, as a company. So without us, to do everything you learned today, you're going to have to spend a lot of time. And that's fine. We're happy to share our knowledge with the industry. Go out and cook the meal for yourself. Buy the ingredients. Buy the recipes. Buy the cookbook. But there are a lot of people that would rather spend their time with people than with passwords. That's who we're looking to work for. If you are a top producing real estate agent or team, and you are looking to work with a company that will do it for you, that will hold your hand and set it up and coach you, and if you want to look as great online as Judy and Joe Taylor and some of our clients like Carrie, I wanted to go through some of our testimonials before I give out the number to call. In the past 5 days, I've had 3 listing appointments with $400,000 to $800,000 seller leads from Curaytor. Carrie Qualters, call her, ask her, email her, send her a message on Facebook right now. Ask her what she thinks about Curaytor. We already know what she'll say. Now, what I love about Carrie is that she admits that she doesn't work the system, because we don't set up the system in a way that you have to work it to get an ROI. You can set it and forget it and get an ROI. The other person that we crushed it for last year was Joe Taylor Group. We can directly attribute $50,000 in closed commissions to Curaytor in the last 12 months. We have at least another 80,000 in our pipeline. Sarita Dua, one of the best agents at Keller Williams up in Portland. You guys are my game changer this year. My growth is listings, and I raised my price point too. Curaytor helps Live Love Homes convert our internet leads into quality appointments. Lisa Archer, one of the most influential people in the entire real estate industry, and she trusts her business to Curaytor. So we're not a website company. Please remember that if you sign up. Because we care so much and because we do such great work, the one thing I did want to point out is that we are sold out in a lot of places. We're already sold out in Denver, Tampa, Portland, Atlanta, and Charlotte. And we didn't even do the webinar and we sold out. So this product and this platform is going to sell out in your market. The way our exclusivity works is that once we decide the zip codes that we're going to work together on, we will not work with more than one other person in those zip codes. That's a huge commitment to our clients, and they appreciate that. So we're not saturating the market. We're working really closely with a couple people. So I want to offer you guys a huge special to get started if you're interested in working with Curaytor. Normally, our pricing is $12.75 per month plus in Facebook ads. So you pay Curaytor $12.75 per month, and then you get billed by Facebook a minimum of 500 worth of ads. If you want to get your license, and you know that you do, you know you want to work with us right now, I need you to call the number on the screen, 617-925-7111. Darren, Neil, and Sarah from our team are standing by. Now, this is the only time we're ever going to offer what I'm going to offer right now. Do you guys really think after this webinar, we feel the need to discount our products and services? Absolutely not. But we did want to offer one time only a launch special. So if you call that number right now, we will actually start and set you up, and your first payment will be $775. So we're going to give you $500 off your first payment for Curaytor. You can get started and secure your license with Curaytor today for $775. I want to add a one in front of that right now because I know the work and the return we get for our customers. If you are looking to dominate your market and to work with a company that will keep you ahead of the curve, free up time for you and your staff, get social media right, keep in touch with your past clients, integrate all your solutions in a simple way, you need to call 617-925-7111 right now. Now, here's the deal, guys. When we do this, we get very, very busy, okay? So here's what I want you guys to do. If you know that you want to sign up, now I will say that we're not for everybody. Our salespeople are going to ask you some questions to make sure you're the right fit. Like, not every agent is in the position to call 300 leads a month, right? That's not the position everybody's at. So what I wanted to cover is how much it costs today, which is $775. Now, if you are calling and you can't get through because there's about 150 people calling and there's 3 people working the phone, type your cell phone number into the chat box right now. If you will type your cell phone number into the chat box on GoToMeeting right now, that will be an indication that you want to work with Curaytor, and our team will call you to get you signed up today, if not tomorrow. So Lisa, Jason, Scott, Bill, John, Kristen, you're all going to be signing up today. Thank you, guys. That was just real quick, minus the people that already called in, by the way. So thank you guys for your business. Jennifer Doak, Darren, she's ready for a call. Sharon's ready to roll. Mark Good, Debbie Brand. So we've got a ton of people looking to sign up. And please, if you want to sign up, you have 2 options. You can put your cell phone number in the chat right now. And again, that means you want to sign up. That doesn't mean you want us to give you a demo. You just got a demo. That means you want to get started. Takes our team 3 to 5 weeks to do what you just saw. It doesn't happen overnight. It's just that we do it all. So if you want to get started and you want to save $500, call the number on the screen or put your number in a chat right now, and we will call you today. We're happy to answer questions, Andrew. Josie has a question here. I'm in Canada. Josie, we love our Canadian clients. We absolutely crush it for them. The way the pricing works after the first payment is that it's $1,275 per month. That includes everything that we do: software, CRM, coaching, setup, optimization, website, IDX, blog, landing pages, email tool. Everything's included, guys, for $1,275 per month. The $775 you're only getting for your first month only. Remember, I don't even want to do any discount, but we are doing a launch special, one-time offer. We'll never offer this again. $500 off your first month. So you'd get billed $775 today. And then once everything's set up, 30 days from now, when your payments start, your second payment kicks in and your monthly bills start, it would be $1,775 per month. We don't want to get people in an ARM mortgage, guys. If you can't afford $1,775 a month, do not call us and do not ask us to call. You have to afford what we do. It's not mortgage payment this month or pay Curaytor. That's not how we roll. All right, couple questions. Mitzi said, how long is the contract? Mitzi, the contract is 6 months. No setup fee, 6-month contract. The only thing you pay today is $775 for our team to get going. Mark has a question about how many zip codes you get. Mark, you get the zip codes that you're willing to pay $500 a month in ads in. So you might tell me you want 10 zip codes, but do you have $5,000 a month in ad spend? Probably not. So we look for your best 2 to 3 at the most. Andrew, we will send this out. Ruben, our site is not WordPress based. No, sir. We built it ourselves. Let's see. Grant and a couple other people had the same question. Is there any way to use this at the brokerage level? Right now, Grant, we are only working with real estate agents and teams. We do have a brokerage product that's going to come out in 2016 that will be for recruiting and retaining away from your competitors. Keep an eye on that in 2016. But it won't be for sellers and buyers and agents and stuff like that. Yep. So any of you guys that have questions about the zip codes and kind of how those work, our team will cover that all on the call. Here we go. So Mary, all you have to do to work with us is call the number on the screen, 617-925-7111, or you can put your phone number in the chat. And if you put your phone number in the chat, we will capture that. And I promise you, we will call you back today. Ruben's asking about postcards. Ruben, we don't do postcards. We will design postcards for you, but you have to print them and send them yourself. $500 ad spend required per zip code. Aaron, it's not required per zip code. We look at this in a case-by-case basis. But if you're not willing to spend $500 marketing your company in a zip code, you don't really work in that zip code. Let's be real. That's how we feel about it. Crystal, we'll give you a call here in a second. So again, I'm going to recap the special. We still have a bunch of people on the call. And then the next thing I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm actually going to do Q&A about all the stuff I covered. So I wanted to get our sales pitch in. You guys can appreciate that. If we have helped your business today, help our business and work with us. If we've helped your business for the last 5 years without even knowing you through our groups and our show and our books and our podcast, help our business. Reciprocity, hire us. Most of our customers already knew us before they did. Our ideal customer has a team. They have listings. They have leads coming in already. That is our ideal customer. We don't work with a bunch of newbies. But I'm going to get into the Q&A. If you guys have any other questions and you want to work with us, please call the number on the screen. I am going to go through that, Marika, in 1 second. Thank you, Crystal. We'll give her a call. Yes, you can add videos to our site, Ruben. The homepage is a video. You can add video on the blog as well. Lisa, if you need to add a market because your zip code is that small, we can add another zip code, no problem. We don't charge for the second zip code if your market's super tiny. Summer, don't call if you're new, no problem. Scott has a really good, this is funny, Scott. So Scott Mendel, he's a good guy. I forget his Twitter handle. Scott's saying it's hard to keep inventory when listings sell so fast. Well, wouldn't that make it more important than ever to get leads from them then? Because what we do is we have a pre-listing strategy, a just listed strategy, an open house strategy, and a just sold strategy. Our customers get hundreds of leads from every listing, regardless if it's on the market for a couple days, if they want them. Michael, yeah, let me explain how retargeting works. That's a great question. So how does the retargeting work? Retargeting is actually pretty inexpensive if you have a budget, if you don't have a lot of traffic, okay? So let me go back to that slide on retargeting for you guys. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat, guys. We've gone the full hour here. I'm going to keep answering questions. I am going to turn off the Google Hangout now. Thank you guys that watched. A lot of you are watching on the Google Hangout and not the GoToWebinar, but I am going to turn that off now for the Q&A. So thank you guys for tuning in if you're on Google.